Hey guys, Vazzy back here, and it is time for episode 24 of our Calgary Flames franchise mode here in NHL 24. And in today's video, we will be kicking off the 2029-30 season. So I did end up switching our head coach from the last video, so lines might look slightly different. I believe it was just again line Coordinato I switched. It was time for a change. Our head coach previous just wasn't getting it done, so hired another A-plus coach. Should be pretty good for us here. But there's a quick look at the lines for you guys. And yeah, I think other than that, let's just start getting into it. Let's get started with the sim. We'll get to the 41 game mark in this video. So first period here against the Oilers, and it's 3-0 Oilers. 2 goals from McDavid. Rantanen answers back with 2. It's not bad. In the third, we tie it, Kaliev. And in overtime, Sam Dickinson gets the winner for us. So we're down 3-0, but we win the game 4-3. It's not how you draw it up, but we did get the win. So 1-0 on the season here. Just get on with the sim and get this episode underway here. So against the Minnesota Wild, that is a loss. These menus here are not very good. Against the Anaheim Ducks now, that is a big win over the Ducks. Going up against the Columbus Blue Jackets here, as James Hagens goes down with injury. I don't believe it's the longest term. So that just means Zari will move up, Liedekar will move up, and then I believe we have Evans. Yeah, we have Evans scratched here. He'll go down to the 4th line role, which we originally had him penciled in for, but he ended up just being depth for us, so not the end of the world. He will come in and plug that hole. Against the Coyotes, that is another win, 3-2. So sitting 4-1 here on the season. Let's switch out the goalies here. We will get Eric Olson back in. Dustin Wolf can go to the bench. Switch the AHL goalies there quickly as well. And let's just continue on with the sim. So against the Chicago Blackhawks, it's a 2-1 win. Going up against the Seattle Kraken now, that is another 2-1 win. So 6-1 with our new head coach. I love to see that. We have James Hagens coming back in. So we are getting healthy as well. Good to see. So Evans, he'll just get moved up, and then you will get replaced with Hagens. And then the lineup should be back to full strength. So we'll keep Olsen in here. He's been playing pretty good, at least till the Boston game. Overtime loss against the Senators. Do pick up the point. AHL injury there. 6-4 loss to the Panthers. And against the Red Wings, that is another loss. So let's just switch the goalies for now. Not the biggest concern. They're going on a 3-game losing streak. Again, want to keep an eye on it, but we are still 6-3-1. Against the Boston Bruins, it's a 5-3 loss. 4-game losing streak. Against the Kings now, 2-1 loss. And against the Colorado Avalanche, 7-2 loss. Okay, we got to make some changes here. That is not good. We had a great start, but we have fallen off hard. Coronado -8, Hagens -10. Okay, so we're switching you guys for sure. The Ginla's been good, Wolski. And yeah, something's gone kind of awry here in the last couple of games. So Hans, look, let's just switch you with Lawton for now. Defensively, Anderson -8, what the heck? Maybe just switch Hensler and Markkanen for now. Load up that top pairing, those 2 younger guys. Outside of that, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a good start, but we've fallen off recently here. Against the San Jose Sharks, that is a 3-1 win. Continue on here against the brutal Pittsburgh Penguins, see if we can get a win. And we do in overtime, 5-4 win. Against the Boston Bruins, once again here, 6-0 loss. It's a statement loss there. Against the Capitals, it's a 6-4 loss, back to 500. And against the Wild, it's a loss in the shootout. Continuing on here against the Dallas Stars, Markkanen goes down. So that is one of our top 4 defenders. We have Will Skahan, I believe that's how you say his name. He will substitute in there on the bottom pairing. Barron will move up. Other than that, we should be fine. It's another loss to the Stars. Are you kidding me? The Ducks are 2-17-0. That is one of the worst records I've ever seen. Jeez. Can we beat them? We do, 7-3. I was going to say, we're having some real issues if we're losing to that team, so looking at everything here, Coronado's still a -9. I don't know. It's been a little bit better, I guess, since that top line. Ginla's doing great. Hagen's there in the second line. Roberto Liederkerd not doing great on the third line center spot. Maybe he's not ready. I don't know. He is 85 overall, though, so yeah, let's just kind of see what we have going on here. Continue on here. Skyahan. Oh, I think I just best lines out there. Give me 1 sec. So okay, there we go. I went in, I fixed everything. These menus are so bad. I hate them. But yeah, lines should be all back to normal here. At least somewhat close to the version we were running with there. So let's get Markkinen back in there. Again, I'll just throw him up there, and then we'll switch him with Barron's spot. And we should be all good to continue on with the sim. Anderson has been better since we made that change. He was -8, now just a -5. We do beat the Seattle Kraken there, going up against the St. Louis Blues. That's a 3-2 win. Back-to-back there against the Canucks, 3-1 loss. Continue on here with the sim, going on against the Chicago Blackhawks. It's a 2-1 win. As we get some trade offers, say no. Against the very good Islanders team here, as Wolski goes down. So I think we'll just throw Evans in for now. I don't think it was the longest term. I actually didn't really see that one there, but not the end of the world. We will get Evans in there, and then he can either play third or fourth line, just in that bottom six. Not too pressed about that, so move Hanzik back up to the third, as we do beat the Islanders. Very good team there. As the Flyers are offering us Bobby Brink. Interesting. Again, I think we're fine forward-wise right now. Smoke the Avalanche 7-2. You love to see that. Against the Lightning, we beat them 4-1, and against the Hurricanes, as another win there, 4-3, I believe that was. So we've actually been playing not too bad here of recent since we made some of these line changes. Again, having that super hot start, then just totally falling off a cliff, but we have somewhat rebounded and have been playing better. So get Erik Olsson back in there. Look at some of these stats here quick before we go too far into this. 28 games in, Zari leading the way with 37 points. Great rebound year for him. Even Rantanen, Ginla, Alberto Liederkerd doing good. Hagens, what are you doing? -15, 14 points, 28 games. That's a bad start for him. Other than that, I'm not too mad at anyone. Defensively, again, it's just the bottom pairing, but it's not even that bad. And goaltending, Wolf needs to pick it up, but Olsen has been pretty solid so far. So maybe we look to give him a couple more starts here. As Coronado goes down, that's not great. There goes our second line winger. So I think we'll actually, we'll have to call somebody up from the AHL, as I have no more forwards that are currently scratched. So let's maybe just go Billy Koivunen, 80 overall. He can plug that hole, and then hopefully it's just not for too long. So we'll get him in that empty spot. Billy Koivunen, I believe he's going to be making his NHL debut. Could be wrong on that. Throw him down on the third line. And honestly, I'm just going to leave him in these power play lines for now. I wish the game would just automatically put the player in all lines when someone gets injured, even though they are in a defensive role. Again, it's special teams. It's one thing I would love to see fixed in future games, but yeah, that's not the end of the world. And then AHL, again, I don't really care. Just throw this guy in there, and then, honestly, just best lines in the AHL. It doesn't really matter at this point. Against the New Jersey Devils, was that there we go, 5-2 win. So we said 17-10-2. It's a very good record here. Another win against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Against the Montreal Canadiens, 3-2 win. Is Coronado coming back? There we go. So we're getting healthy now too. So Koivunen just got into 2 games there. Didn't do anything, wasn't good, wasn't bad. I will take it. So Coronado goes back in, swap him with Hanzik, and we should be good to continue. Against the Oilers, that's a 5-3 win. As, man, we've been winning some games here. Here we go. You'd love to see it. So continue on here as we are going to be facing the Arizona Coyotes. Against as we get Wolski back. There we go too. So that's another guy that we're getting back into the lineup. So that will mean Jake Evans will sit for a little bit. And then, Wolski can come back in. We'll just throw him on the third line for now. Should be more than good. And that's a 5-2 win. We're sitting 10-0 in our last 10 games. Man, so whatever line changes we made, they've been working. And honestly, I like this coach. Olsen there sitting with a 920 save. Man, we've been playing pretty good here. Against the Oilers again. Do end our winning streak there with Dustin Wolf in the net. Honestly, let's just maybe give Olsen some starts here. The numbers have looked just fantastic for him. Looking at Hagens there, they've been better. Not as bad as they were when we checked in on him last. So, just continue on here against the Seattle Kraken. And continuing on here, and Olsen goes down with injury. So just as we were going to give him some more of the starts, he goes down. So that gives Backus a chance. He was a medium elite goalie we drafted, I think, in year 1. 79 overall. He's finally at that stage where he's maybe NHL ready. Let's get him in there. So Yashir Backus, 6th round pick in 2024. Again, 79 overall now. Just fix the AHL here quickly. Don't have a real AHL backup, that's fine. So honestly, I think we're just going to give Backus some starts here and see how he does. So first career game for Backus against the Predators. It's a 4-0 shutout. There you go. What a way to make your debut. Against the Stars, a good team. That's a 4-2 win. As we get Olsen back, and I think Backus will actually have to go on waivers now, so just send Koivunen down, and then we'll keep all the 3 goalies for the moment. So up against the New Jersey Devils. It's a 3-2 loss, but in overtime. That's not the end of the world. Let's see, is Olsen ready to go, or does he still have a lingering injury? So let's take a look at Backus. Yeah, 952 save, 1.64 goals against. It is only 3 games. I do get that. And yeah, Olsen still has the lingering injury. But yeah, just keep going with Backus. As Olsen fully healed against the Jets, that's a 4-2 win. That's another very, very good game for the young guy. And against the Ottawa Senators, it's a 3-1 loss. So against the Ducks, man, they're really bad. 8-28-4. Let's jump into this one here. Is the last game of the episode here, getting to the halfway point. 1-0 after 1 at Ginla. After 2, it is 2-1, Lawton and Stillman. And in the third, there you go, Backus shuts the door for the 2-1 win. So, I don't know, maybe there'll be a bit of controversy there as Hagens goes down. Just auto-fix that for now, I'll deal with that later, but the episode more or less is done when it comes to the sim. But looking at all these numbers here, yeah, Zari has really picked it up this year. He had a down year last year, was playing really good now. Even Rantanen, Ginla's doing good. Hagens, he's been better for sure than the way he started out. He started horribly, so young guy there. Liedekert, 29 points, 41 games. That's good. Expect a little more out of Coronado. It's not the end of the world. Same with Bolsky. Going to the defensive side of things, everyone's a plus player. That's one thing. In our time in Calgary, all our defenders have been pretty solid. So, and then goaltending wise, yeah, there might be a bit of a competition here between these 3 guys. Wolf has not performed this season. You know, in the past, he's been pretty good for us. And I'm not saying I'm going to trade him or anything like that. But 2 guys are pushing his spot for sure a little bit here. We'll have to see how he plays. But I think overall that is going to do it for today's episode. Sorry for a bit of a shorter one here, but at this point in the franchise mode, we are just kind of on autopilot here, getting toward hopefully making a deep run into the playoffs. So very good first half, putting us first in the division. The next episode, we will finish off the season and go through the trade deadline. But that will do it for today's video. I'll see you all in the next one.